On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, we're going to have a great time. Kidder and I are joined by Doc and JS. We're going to be talking about a trademark dispute over our beloved UND. Oh, that'll be a good one. Also, I got some other interesting news stories. So strap in. We're going to have a great time drinking some very bougie drinks and really kick off 2026 on a great roll. And why wouldn't we? Because you're here. And when you're here, you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and V. Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pour pussies, enjoy time with friends.
Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that has ice flowing through our veins, but whiskey in our heart. I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, as always, with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how are you doing this evening?
I'm just glad that I finally made it, because I didn't know if I was going to be here myself. And then it's funny because we were starting it up and you're like, and he's gone again. I don't know what's going on. And I caught all of that. And so then it was funny because then even with me gone, I influenced somebody else to screw you up in the intro. And I didn't even have to be here. So that just right to my heart. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I mean, I'm all right. I've been waiting for you for a while. I was about ready to text you to say, hey, can I just start the show and you can just kick down the door whenever you get here? But you made it right before I could send that text. I was too busy gluing my fingers together, so you're welcome.
That's good. You know, I'm just trying to save the planet because finally was able to do Christmas and everything. And so we had a lot of boxes and bringing stuff in and breaking down the boxes. And that's why I today am Captain Planet. Recycling extraordinaire. Well, I'm just waiting for the other 5 rings to come together to actually summon me.
I mean, that gets a little interesting with you being Captain Planet because I think like the 5th ring isn't that heart.
Yeah, I don't have to wear that, and I know I don't have a heart.
That would just get substitute with like whiskey.
Yeah. I would wear that ring. I summon whiskey, and then everybody is suddenly Irish, Canadian, or Scottish, or well, American, and then drunk, and then they all go to bed. It's easy. It's the best superpower to have.
When you get all of those together, and then you say, "With our powers combined,"
jail time.
Well, you've heard the
dumpster
laugh.
Fires.
Yeah, you've heard the laugh and you've heard the comments. We are also joined, starting off with the gentleman who's out on the West Coast who made it in like first. I think he was as surprised as I was, but it's none other than the Triple B Wiseman. The Doc is here. Doc, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. It's been nice, relaxing time over the holidays and ready to get back into it. Well, not that I necessarily want to get back into it, but I'm ready. So.
All right. And also joining us, it is the Triple B Armorer, JS Gunslinger's here. JS, how are you doing this evening?
Not too bad at all. I'm very much enjoying this 5 days off in a row thing. We actually got our house cleaned. We had family over yesterday. Even Kidder dropped by for a little while yesterday. So, yeah, had a good time. We had didn't come till like 9:30. So,
That's because it took me 3 hours to drive there because of the ice.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad last night.
You can't get many places when you have to go 10 miles per hour. So,
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we got the whole house clean, had all the family over, played some Christmas games, had a big Christmas dinner. I made a whole bunch of food, probably still going to be eating leftovers on Sunday. And I completely forgot in all of the cooking that I was doing to take out that wassail. So we're gonna have that tomorrow.
The salmon was slamming. I do have to say that. Very good with the salmon.
Like I made cedar plank grilled honey lemon salmon. I made or the wife made a shrimp scampi with imitation crab, scallops, and shrimp in it. We had garlic sour cream, mashed potatoes with the sprinkles on top. We had the hell else did I make? We made chicken drummies, made a spicy batch, non-spicy batch. We had all kinds of cookies and candies, and I didn't start cooking until like 1. Dinner was supposed to be at 3, so I was kind of like frantically going through all of this stuff. So I forgot about the wassail, but tomorrow that's what we're gonna do, and that's gonna be our beverage of the day.
If it makes you feel better, JS, I made wassail at our place, and me and the brother-in-law I do like are the only ones that had a glass of it.
All right.
So I'm only like up 2 glasses on you on it, so don't feel bad. It'll still be good.
All right.
But I was gonna say, speaking of wassail, before we get too far into this, we should get to everybody's favorite segment on the show, and that is what's on tap.
So thirsty.
Yeah, I'm feeling that same way. Let's. I always like to start with the person who got here first. So, Doc, what are you having this fine evening?
So I am starting off with something a little bit different. We got a slushy machine, like the Ninja, like the super fancy one. So of course, first thing that has to go in it is something alcoholic.
Do you put the ice in the top and the salsa comes out the bottom?
It's not that. You just put the liquid in and it turns it into slush. You don't put any ice in it. It's
wow.
It has an evaporator in it that it spins around and it cools it down and it lets you know when it's ready. You tell it whether you want it to be like super like thick slushy or like runny. There's a whole bunch of settings. I don't know. I just hit the standard. Like there's a button that just says boozy slush, and I was like, that's what I want. So
I was wondering who wants a runny slushy. Like you want like the 7-Eleven quality Slurpee, right? That's top tier.
I don't know. I think it's like if you do like juice, because that doesn't like just juice by itself you can put in there, and that doesn't, because it doesn't have as much like extra water in it. Like that's not going to get as thick, so that is at the lower setting. But anyway, what ended up in there is this Sheldrake Point Riesling. It's a Finger Lakes wine from New York.
Wine ended up in the slushy machine.
Yeah.
Only because like if I mixed a cocktail, I would be the only one drinking the entire thing, and I don't need that tonight.
It's a bit bougie for this show.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know. But yes, Sheldrake Point Riesling. They're Finger Lakes, Ovid, New York. It's 13.1% alcohol by volume. 2.9% residual sugar. I like it. It's not like super, super sweet. It has like a good balance. Like I can taste like the pear and the apple and the citrus kind of balancing it out.
Is that out of the finest of Stanley cups, or is that the Walmart special?
This is, I don't know what this is. It's an Orion, but I put it in here because when I put it in just like a glass, it started to melt like really fast. Mm-hmm. So this has stayed pretty special.
We have a ton of the Walmart special cups, and they work fantastic. So I'm no shade for me. I would just.
Yeah, no, I think we have some out there too. Because but this is the one I grabbed because I was told it keeps things really cold. So.
I was slightly worried
this is good.
if you're going to like it or not because of how long it took you to think on once you took this.
Because I was expecting it. I mean, it's been a while since I've had a Riesling because I don't really do a lot of like the sweet wines anymore. So I think I was expecting it to be sweeter. And so that's why I was kind of having to take a minute to kind of like pinpoint what I was tasting, like what those various notes were. But this is good. This actually is one I could like drink the whole bottle, but good thing I'm not. So,
The next one you could do is you could do a whole bottle of Mogan David in there.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Kidder's still got a bottle of or a jug of sangria around that he's polishing off.
My mother-in-law also thought she was fun and gave me that for Christmas. Yeah. Which it actually isn't that bad.
All right, JS
says, but I haven't seen him actually drink it.
All right.
That could be arranged.
Yeah. JS, what are you having this fine evening?
Well, Kidder and I were talking last night, and he got me talked into making a gin and tonic. Well, as I told you guys in the pre-show, my tonic is diet, and I don't want a migraine from the aspartame. So we're going to do a, what the hell is this thing called again? A gin Ricky is what it is. So it is ice. It's supposed to have lime, but my lime is beyond use. So we're going to do it with a lemon instead. So we're going to have lemon. We're going to do 2 ounces of gin. We're going to do about 1/4 ounce of simple. We're going to do this in the glass here. So I went and got myself some fancy mixing stuff. I got one of those fancy mixing glasses from Whiskey. Maybe they'll sponsor us. They sponsor another show that drinks all the time, so maybe they'll sponsor us too. So we're going to do that. We're going to let my ice balls.
If they sponsor, then you might have to commit to actually mixing a drink on every episode.
I will be okay with that. I got my ice balls here. It's supposed to be made in a highball glass, but I'm not that fancy, and I don't have those because Whiskey hasn't sent me any. So we're going to do 2 ounces of Tanqueray number 10 gin. This is a small batch edition. There's a lot of floral notes on the front end. Kidder was able to see what it smelled like last night, and a lot of floral notes on the front end. You don't get the pine tree that you normally do out of gin. The pine tree is really subdued in this one. So we're going to do about 1/2 ounce in there. I'm going to be a little generous with the simple because there's a lot here. So we're going to do 1/2 a lime worth of juice in here. That's a good lime. Or lemon, I mean. Half a one of lemon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this lemon double, and I'm going to take and cut a peel off of it. Just a little one for a garnish. Cut that down. That's going to go on the side of my glass like that. We're going to stir this up good.
And you thought I was being fancy over here.
Stir that up good. We are going to strain it into our glass. And then we are going to top with club soda. There we have a gin Ricky.
It's too bad that we didn't have the shotgun mic right onto the glass so that we could hear the.
That's not bad at all. I'm getting mostly lime juice or lemon juice. I mean, I put a fair amount of lemon in there. And then 2 ounces of gin and a good 6 ounces of other liquid, but
could use a little more gin on the top. Just do a gin float.
We could. I don't think gin will float on top of club soda, but But
that you've already mixed.
So it's a nice like easy drinking lemon. It's almost like a floral lemonade. You get those little floral notes from the gin. From my taste, I could probably use another ounce or two of gin for a normal drink. This would be perfect for a normal bar setting. Nice little floral notes on the top. You get the lemon flavor over there. The little twist of lemon on top really gives you that little bit of a whiff to it. The round ice ball kind of sets things apart and makes it look all fancy. And the club soda just puts that little bit of zing to it. So you get the little bit of carbonation in there. And that actually, it's really easy drinking. So you better get through the next one quick because this ain't going to last long.
You gotta love how this show has evolved from episode 1, where we had a Canadian Club Old Fashioned and a Mountain Dew Kickstarter, which was, of course, then followed by a Budweiser Select, and I had a orange juice and gin that no measurements, just that looks good. So like JS now, like mixing a drink properly on the show, and Doc drinking a boozy wine slushy. Oh, how we have grown. Kidder,
it took 5 years.
Yeah, and 246 episodes. Kidder, what are you having this fine evening? And is it a whiskey?
I'm going simple. Yes, it is. It is the Jameson Reserve Series Black Barrel. And this one is from JS right over there. Is I think it was birthday, if I remember right. So I'm cracking the cork on it for tonight. So this right here is, quote, exceptional blend and a combination of the best select batch whiskeys crafted from distinct batches, matured, that is, in different barrel types, including double charred black barrels and expertly aged to deliver a rich and sublimely smooth taste. It's a whole 750 right here, and it is imported by John Jameson Import Company of New York, product of Middleton Distillery in Middleton, Colorado, Cork, or Middleton County, Cork, Ireland. I think overseas. And let's see, this is the Reserve Series Black Barrel, officially with the select batch whiskeys, 40% alcohol by volume, and triple distilled for the rich, smooth notes, vanilla, toasted oak, caramel, and spice, according to all of the notes on there. Even the JJ and S Reserve sticker on it, and security seal on the back.
You know what? What's funny is those actually are my initials.
Yeah. And yet he can't get these guys to sponsor us either. So
right.
Get rid of this. There we go. Crack the seal on that. Pop the top. All right, straight off the nose. Heavy hint of the caramel notes. And then you do get some of the peppery blackened tones on there as well. And then look what I happen to have right here. Wow. Look at that. Let's just pour some of this in here.
I wonder. I wonder who makes that glass. I wonder if that would also come from Visky.
Yeah. This
we hope would sponsor this.
This is a Visky glass. VSKY, I believe, is how they spell it, or VSKEY. I don't know. That's for the show notes, or sponsorship opportunity to get it over to us. JS also got me this set of glasses, so it only is fitting to get some of this JJS whiskey in a JS Visky glass. Not to be confused or anything about any of it. Just the scent on it. It does smell like a lot of the whiskeys that I enjoy. First thought, without even tasting it, is almost Bullet. It's a scent anyway, but you can taste the char.
Yeah, it's a very like pepper forward, very.
Yep, very very tasty on the front part of the palate, and then almost just like a nice warm hug as it's going down your gullet. Just warms your insides. It makes me feel so much better.
If you added a little bit of simple and a shot of bitters, maybe a little bit of ice, could make yourself a real easy old fashioned out of that.
I could run upstairs and get some candied oranges. I don't know how I got those either. the JS Liquor Emporium.
To be fair, the candied oranges were supposed to go to Howie, and I forgot to give them to him.
Hey, come on down, Howie. You haven't even started drinking yet.
I know. We're burning through the show, and
this is really good. I'm just trying to think of a rating for it. I know we like the 1 to 5 on this. I could sit here and just sip on this for quite some time, like probably pull a Howard and Kidder and end up drinking the bottle. Yeah, but then I probably wouldn't, be able to drink it again, like the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey. Yeah. But this is very good. I would give this 4.5, solid 4.5, 4.6.
Awesome.
Good choice. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it. I think I've had that one once before, and I was a fan of it. So I figured you'd like that one.
Good.
What's Howard having as I try and find a place to put this?
I'm having nothing nearly as fancy as you guys are. I figured I'd start off with something a little bit lighter because I had other things sitting to my right that I have a feeling by the time I drink, I'm going to be feeling it all the way into next week.
Two things?
Yeah. Anyway, but I'm going to start with something I've been passing around for Christmas. I haven't got it over to the local geek yet, but I will.
The flu?
No. Thankfully, no. This is from the Jacob Leinenkugel Brewing Company, but this is Leinenkugel's White Mocha Stout. I picked up a case of this for Christmas, which nobody drank except myself. So that tells you something. This is a 5.6 alcohol by volume. The description on the back here: crafted at Leinenkugel's Pilot Brewery, White Mocha Stout is a white stout brewed with a decadent blend of natural white chocolate, vanilla, and coffee flavors, made with pale malts, resulting in a lighter color while maintaining the rich flavors of a stout. Perfect for any gathering this season. The next time you are in our neck of the woods, come visit us at our Liney Lodge and Tap Room. So I'll be interested to see what you guys think of this. I've drank a couple of them now, over the holiday weekend. I'll drink this and I'll give you my thoughts. So, and you guys can feel free to disagree with me on this because that's how this show works. I really don't like this. It's got the white chocolate. It's got the vanilla. But it's not really missing that stout. When I think stout, I think a darker beer, a richer taste to this. And it's got a lager aftertaste that just kind of makes you go, huh. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of a miss on the stout part for me. It's a very light color, and it tastes like a lighter beer, even though it tends to have ingredients or flavor profile of what should be a nice stout.
When you handed it to me, I saw the word Mocha, and I went, "Oh no, a coffee beer."
You will not really taste the coffee in it. I really, when I drink this, I get the chocolate and I get the vanilla notes, and then it's like a punch of lager at the end of it that just makes you go, oh. So I get what they were going for with like a lighter beer. It doesn't quite work, and I still have quite a few of these left. So I'm hoping one of you guys likes them, and I can maybe pawn some off on you. But I'm gonna give this a solid 2. Not my favorite, and not what I was hoping it would be, but I'm gonna get through this one. I got some other tasty brews, at least I think they're tasty, sitting to my right that I'm hoping to get to, but I figured. So there we go, a round of what's on tap, and it only took us 20 minutes of the show.
I might have just found my next next drink. I'm already out.
You're empty? Okay. Howard, do the thing.
Hold on. No, not quite.
Not
I gotta read this.
I was gonna say, well, JS is reading that. I got some news. Which one do I want to start with? Oh,
hopefully the good stuff.
Well, I don't know how much of this is good news. We'll start with the one that kind of pertains to what we talked about last week. So last week, I brought up some things from the Indie Game Awards, game of the, that occurred. And here's some interesting news that came out of it. The game that won Game of the Year is a game called Clair Obscura Expedition 33. Very highly rated, has gotten really great reviews. However, it has been stripped of its Game of the Year award and its debut game award. So both of those awards were taken away from it. Anybody want to guess the reason why?
AI slop.
Game was made entirely by AI.
Not entirely by AI. The organizers said that the decision followed confirmation that generative AI tools were used during development, which violated the award's eligibility rules. So the developers state that AI was used, kind of limited as an early placeholder for some content. So because they used it to kind of just create like a little placeholder, I think they did it on some textures until they made the actual textures. But because they used it, just in that sense, they were stripped of these awards. So I understand, AI is a controversial topic, but such. I think this is a little crazy, putting something in so you can get a feel for the game, or start testing and have something for people to test. I don't have as big of a problem with that, but
so it wasn't part of like the final published product.
As far as I understand it, correct. It wasn't used as part of the final. It was kind of an early, hey, instead of us designing the fabric texture on the player's clothes, let's, we'll use AI to generate a texture pattern that we can use.
It is interesting. I mean, it is. I understand, particularly in like the creative fields, like why some people are very purist about it, because it is a slippery slope. You very easily start to creep into that. But it's interesting that if it wasn't part of what they actually put out as part of the actual game that people played and that was evaluated, it's interesting, because I know we run into that in the academic world. I'm on the editorial board for 2 academic journals, and we've had many conversations and have sort of landed on the idea that you can use AI tools to help refine writing. But in our case, you can't use it to actually generate content, because in an academic journal, as an author, you are signing off saying, I'm responsible for the content of this article. I attest to it. AI can't do that. So we say AI can't be an author, but it can be a tool to help like refine the writing, or use it for suggestions but you can't actually use any like originally generated text by AI.
Yeah, it's an interesting, because I listened to a couple of different podcasts where there are novelists who are talking, and they, at least in the novel kind of field, it sounds like AI is just a very like, no, you don't do anything with that, because, and part of it is because AI has been fed a lot of people's works as a learning tool. So I get that.
Yeah.
But I could also see, where you might use it in a way that you can't, like in a basic word processor. If you want to find like a particular scene, because maybe you made a change later in the book, you're like, oh, I got to go change this scene. Where exactly does that happen in my book? You might not remember. And you could do a Control F5 and like then search and read through. But to be able to take that and put it into like AI and say, hey, where did I write this scene at? Where, what page? I think that there's some value in that, but it's a tough one. We use it, for this show, mostly to help me generate thumbnails, because I am not an artist. And if I had the money, I would love to pay an artist and have custom thumbnails done. There ain't enough of you watching or listening to this for that to happen. So the Triple B budget goes mostly just to keeping the lights on. So
I was going to say we probably aren't going to win any awards anytime soon, so I think we're safe.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're going to take our award away from worst podcast on YouTube, but
Yeah.
Oh, we are definitely not the worst podcast on YouTube.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
With AI, I guess there's also the question of like, I could see like in the case of using it to generate some placeholder stuff, it's like, whose work did AI learn from to do that? And again, particularly in like the creative spaces, like, is that taking away work from someone? Because on the flip side, again, in the academic space with our journals, like we have to be very clear with like the peer reviewers that they cannot use AI to help them in their peer review, because that unpublished manuscript that you're reading is not your work. And therefore, you cannot be feeding it into a language model without the consent of the author. So,
yeah. The other thing that I would kind of argue with on the placeholder side of things, and I think Kidder could back me up on this take, but how many graphic design folks out there grab elements on the internet? How many of them go, I want a rust texture, and they just go out and search Google till they find a rust texture, and yeah, they're going to transform it a little bit, make it a bit their own. But it's not like they're going out there and going, okay, find me that perfect rust, take a photo of it, make sure my lighting's right, get it back. I think that there's a lot of that happens in that field. And so I kind of, I wonder if it's just sometimes the fact that it's AI and that's pulling stuff, if that gives it a little bit more of a view to it. Whereas, as I said, I know graphic designers who go out and grab a font that belongs to somebody, and they don't always credit that person's font. It's just one of those interesting things to think about.
I do think that to the original point, I think a big part of that particular outcome for them is just simply due to the fact that in creative professionals have really, for good reason, have taken a really strong anti-AI stance across the board. I'm liking the discussion. That's all I'm doing.
Doing. That's the fun part of bringing something like this up, because this is the first major game that we've had where, hey, AI was used in part of the creation process, and we're seeing a ramification of it. So it makes it worth talking about.
Mm-hmm. The interesting thing with the AI itself part is a new study came out about how much water usage AI has right now. And that, again, because in the US, we like to compare measurements to oddball things. And the measurement was related to how many bottles of water are made by bottled water manufacturers per year? It's like, so instead of just listing 18 quadrillion gallons of water per year, it's 32 million, whatever the number was, cases of bottled water. What? What? Why shut down the bottled water industry? They're the cause. That's why we have the measurements of this. But then also, what sized bottled water? Because is it a 16-ounce bottle? Is it an 18.5 ounce bottle, 20 ounce, 24 ounce, or 1 liter bottle? Right? Or the little mini like JS has there. That's got to be like an 8 ouncer. So how many ounces? Right? 32 ounces to freedom. Anyway, I saw that and I was like, that is a very odd and specific way of measuring how much water AI factories are apparently using for cooling. And then I'm like, let's just take it out of the ocean, because if the waters are rising, let's just cool off the AI generation with some salt, because the AI is kind of salty now anyway. So let's just feed into it, right? This all works, right? That's how it works.
I don't know, but I think part of the reason why
knowledge, help me out. You're shaking your head.
I don't quite think that's how that works, Kidder.
You lost me somewhere, but I honestly don't care to try and find my way back.
It's probably around the size of bottled water. Which,
if they were to use a closed loop system for the cooling, then it's not so bad, because then you're just reusing the same water over and over and over and over and over again. Obviously there's always going to be some loss in there, because you've got heating and you've got condensation and steam and all the other fancy words. But if it's a closed loop system, yeah, you have that initial input of 18 million gallons for whatever thing, but you're not essentially adding anything to it. The coal plants are kind of the same way.
Bottles of water.
Yeah, the coal plants are kind of the same way. They reuse a lot of it. They don't have an entirely closed loop system, but they will reuse some, and that's also why they have the regeneration pond and all the fun stuff. But hey, Howie.
Yeah,
you should say the thing.
I should, because I just finished my drink. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to everybody's second favorite segment on the show, and that is What's on Tap? Round 2. Drink. JS, since I know you're ready, I'm going to kick it to you first, because I'm still trying to hold that one down. That was not a chuggable beer.
Since we're in the spirit of being fancy, and it's the time of year, I was also gifted a bottle of this by my mother-in-law. She asked me what kind of whiskey I wanted, and I gave her several ideas, none of which were this one, but this is the one she came up with, and I'm glad she did. This stuff is fantastic. It is a very top shelf Scotch versus actually like being a bourbon or a Canadian or whatever. Very, very good stuff. I said Glenfiddich, Elijah Craig, Knob Creek, kind of the more mid-tier ones. And I think when she heard Glenfiddich, she asked something Eddish, and they came up with Urschledish, or however you pronounce that word. I'm not Scottish, I can't do it. So we're gonna make a Manhattan. So we're gonna use 2 ounces of this wonderful, wonderful whiskey here. We're gonna do 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Oops, that's almost 2 ounces of sweet vermouth. So
add a little extra whiskey.
We're going to add a little extra whiskey.
Ha! Yes.
There we go. Now my ratios are mostly back on. We're also going to add a little bit of Kidder's favorite. And we are going to do 1 ounce, maybe half ounce.
Gross. Cherries.
We're going to do a half ounce of, these are not my Luxardo cherries. These are from the Traverse City Whiskey Company, who could also sponsor us, by the way, if they really wanted to. And just so we can get all of that goodness out,
gross,
we're going to put a little bit of this in there. Give it a stir. There we go. Okay. We're going to stir those around. Oh, you guys can't even see this. There we go. Now it looks pretty.
Roll that beautiful stirring action.
Look at that. I'm even getting
We need a cooking show set up here, you know?
I'm even getting it down to where I can keep the spoon properly aligned, you know.
Next time you need to get the overhead camera too, so we can like.
You know, if I can get if I improve my camera set as much as I improved my bar set in the last year, we'd be rocking here.
Well, that's all the more reason for them to sponsor. Like if you sponsor,
Yes.
we can do higher quality like demonstrations.
So you're gonna pour that right into your glass, and then classic Manhattan style, we're gonna do a couple ounces or a couple dabs of Peychaud's right across the glass. If you have a martini glass, it works better because then you can get the Peychaud's right across the top of it and get kind of that cool effect to it. And we are also required to add 2 of those to it. There you go, kidder. All the
I don't
cherries.
drink Manhattans, and why I generally don't like the New York City area.
And then we
Goddamn Chrysler building.
press a little bit of lemon on there again. There we go. Cheers.
I hope you survive.
That's really good. That's really good. A little bit too much vermouth. If I'd have kept that to an ounce, the ratios would have been a lot better. But I got my vermouth ratio off a little bit too much, and I can taste the bitter, the excess bitter from the sweet vermouth.
All right. Anybody else joining in on round 2?
Indeed. I was at the store today, Kidder, and I was walking through the pre-made cocktail aisle, and I saw a can that said hazelnut old fashioned.
Okay.
But I couldn't do that to myself. So
That would might actually be tolerable.
no, that doesn't work. So instead what I have is the matchless cherry charmer.
Ooh.
It is
When it's looking at you like that, it looks like it's going to take your 401k.
It just might. We don't know. It is an oak-aged fruited sour. It is made by Matchless Brewery, which is in Tumwater, Washington, which is like literally just south of Olympia, the capital. It says, "Get ready to be charmed. This sour cherry beer is lip puckering and full of dark cherry depth."
Okay.
This one is for true oak-aged sour fans. I wouldn't consider myself an oak-aged sour fan, so we'll see how this goes. It's like a sour cherry candy without any sweetness. So it's like, I don't know. Like it feels like it's missing like a third of the flavor profile. Because it's literally just like sour front and then like a hint of cherry flavor.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, this is like a 1.
Aren't you glad you bought a whole 4-pack of it?
Oh no, I got a single. I wasn't going to go that far. For some of these, I'm only it's only if it's in the single because I'm not buying a pack. I've gone down that road like the 3 weeks in a row when I was like drinking all those Arizona teas. Yeah, no, I've learned my lesson. So. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I should have known that this was going to be like this was like. Because this must not be very popular because the market I bought it in is a very small market. And when I went to check out, the cashier looked at it and she was like, huh. huh. So I'm like, I may be the only one who ever bought one.
Nice. So I leveled mine out a little bit.
Sponsored by them now.
The one person who drinks it.
Doc bought one. Sponsorship.
I added just a bar spoon worth of simple to this, and I really leveled out that vermouth. So now you get that nice kind of like sweet mellow off the whiskey or off the scotch, and then you get that little bit of cherry flavor with sugar in it, and then right at the very end you get that little bit of bitter from the vermouth and the peychaus. So that made all the difference.
All right, Kidder, are you having a round too?
I made the mistake of smelling it, y'all. I don't know if I can do this.
You can do it.
Cough syrup.
Pour it in a glass.
No, it doesn't. It smells like. It smells. I don't even know how to describe the smell, but it's not. It's not good. It's not good.
Rancid candy.
Rancid.
Yeah, it definitely smells rancid. I'm glad I didn't smell it before I had the first drink, or I probably wouldn't have even. I would have just been like, nope.
Could have just picked out the floaties like Howie does and kept right on drinking.
That did happen.
I also approve that you did not let it return back from the direction it came. So thank you for keeping it down. My second is your Liney.
Okay.
White Mocha.
I'll try that.
I'm not going to let you be out stranded by yourself with this, and you gave it to me. And the look on your face when it was handed to me was about the look that you have on the face right now. So
I listen. At that point, I hadn't tried it, and I still had hope that it would be good.
Oh.
Don't smell it first. Did you not just learn from my example?
Yeah, but this smells like this was supposed to be a summer shandy, but they left it in the can too long. And then they threw in some white chocolate and I don't know, urine.
The can is the exact same as the summer shandy can. The colors have just faded.
I didn't hear that. No.
And this is what Howard started the show with. So he gave me one as well. And because of his reaction, I can't just let him suffer. So salute in solidarity of suffering. And
I think I must have missed when Howie was drinking it. I must have missed the word mocha because if I would have heard that like that, no, that just doesn't belong in. No.
And had I not started off with fancy cocktails, I'd join you with that one. Maybe next week.
Maybe do this as your pregame filler between shows.
Or you leave it out somewhere and then oops, it's gone when I came back.
Oh no, it ended up in the garbage. I'm trying to put words to how this tastes because it's not good.
Bad is a word. You can use that.
Right. I know bad, but the sad thing is it's still drinkable. Unlike what Doc had, sounds absolutely disgusting, and I would pour out. This one, unless I throw up, I will be able to make it through it. So you taste the beer and the lager, and thankfully does not carry over the scent of the summer shandy leftovers and urine. But as you let it settle on your palate, then suddenly the white chocolate note just kind of tickles your tongue a little bit at the end. Like, I'm still here. Like, the Office meme where the one guy's talking and he looks over and the chick's there and he's like, ah! That's kind of how the white chocolate appears at the end of this drink.
But would you agree with me that stout is completely the wrong word to put on that thing?
Yeah, it's not a stout and it's not mocha either. This is Lining Kugel honey, vice, white summer shandy is. I'm just because this isn't as bad as the other stuff, I'm actually giving this a 1.8. Rise above the rest.
Well, I'm glad that you're in agreement with me on that one, Kidder, and that's why I started the show with it, because I want to get that out of the way. I have here for my round two something I got from JS. This is from the, I'm gonna mispronounce this, but brewery Omegang, but this is their Everything Nice. And it is
9%er.
Yeah, strong blonde ale with seasonal spices. 9%er. Why? I don't know.
A 9% blonde ale?
Yes, and it's one pint. This is a tall boy.
That's one of those blondes that you see that's working out, that has all of the muscles, and then just looks at you, and your brains get squished. Yeah.
Here's the descriptor. It says, Everything Nice, lightly dusted with spices of the season. Everything Nice is a wintry Belgian-style blonde ale. The supremely cozy confection pairs perfectly with any traditional holiday treat. Note the flavors of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, cloves, and white pepper as you sip next to the fireplace. We hope this fresh baked offering brings comfort and light to you and yours.
That'll bring you some comfort, like some forced comfort, like a headlock.
We'll see. Okay, it does.
4-wheel drive by tonight.
Yeah, I have a feeling. You can smell like the cinnamon and cloves when you open it, so that's, it smells seasonal.
He just got his Christmas wish.
Does it taste like a pine tree?
No.
Okay.
But man, is that a roller coaster of a drink? Because the flavors hit at different points, and so like it. Until I can get this order. So it starts off a little bitter, but then all of those spices kind of kick in a little bit. So you get the cloves, you get the ginger, a little bit of that cinnamon, and then you get that little bit of heat from the white pepper, which was kind of a weird choice in it. So it's like a spicy ginger cookie.
That sounds interesting.
It did. I mean, this is something. I definitely think this is the kind of thing you have like one at the holidays and you're good. This isn't. Yeah, you don't even want like the 4-pack of this. You want like a one and done. So
I got 2 of them in the fridge still. So
they're interesting.
So you got that from JS?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh yeah,
I do have that. All right. I was like, wait a minute, why don't I have one of those? Hold on. It was one of those that he got me. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, we'll get to
you're welcome.
We'll probably
say if he only has 2 left, they got distributed somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a banger.
That's for sure.
Interestingly, this is actually, I hate to say it, tasting better as I go along. And it's not because I'm getting drunk, because it's only 5% ABV. I think it's that my palate is like getting more attuned to the sourness. And
slowly
so
being destroyed by that nasty drink.
Quite possibly.
It hasn't quite accepted it, but it also hasn't just like
it's trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Yes.
It's like, if you're gonna keep putting that in me, we're gonna pretend it's good.
I think I need a little bit of a palate cleanser with this, and it says to try this with your favorite traditional holiday treat, and so no.
Mushroom jerky.
I was gonna say the perfect thing would be, and Kidder knows what this is, but you'd think it would be, my mom's tasty caramel puff corn. The kind of thing that she always brings out at Christmas, and that Kidder maybe stopped by too soon, and therefore he didn't get any. But I couldn't do that to him. So Doc kind of killed the joke. But yeah, I got Pan's mushroom jerky teriyaki.
Oh.
Teriyaki with some clover.
No. I'm going to go with no on the whole mushroom jerky.
What is wrong with you?
I've been drinking.
Man, we have gone way beyond the sake of doing it for content. This is insanity.
No, it's jerky.
But he committed. Remember, he committed from the beginning to do every flavor. So,
and this is the last one. Damn it!
Until we get you more.
I'm going to add, compared to all the others, which have tasted just about the same, except for the zesty Thai, which had just the tiniest bit of kick. This is the blandest of the jerky.
Thai is not zesty.
I know.
Have you had salt and pepper?
I did.
Did you have curry?
They didn't make a curry.
They do. It's on their website.
Well, the place that I have gotten this from, they haven't.
Apparently, they also had a Szechuan mala, but it's sold out. Mala is spicy. When I was in Thailand, I had mala ice cream, which I love, but a lot of people don't.
I have to say that this teriyaki is like the most flavorless of all of them.
I think the beer just took it out of you.
I got something that's not flavorless. Kidder knows what these are.
Yeah. Something that Howard didn't get.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hi.
Now, is that the lemon or the orange?
This is the orange.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kidder, I have to share with you because a story or something that I observed the other day. It made me think of you because I know how much you love John Cena.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought so. You saw somebody get a pit maneuver done to him.
Oh, I know how much you love John Cena. He's like your favorite, right?
We can't see him.
I know. So I was watching this movie called Jackpot.
Yes.
Semi-watching. It was in the background and did something on. It's John Cena and Aquafina, which sometimes she can be funny, but mostly she's just ridiculous. But there's this one point where she's like insisting on something and he's doing something else. And she says, and I quote, "How can someone whose face looks so much like a giant ear not hear what I'm saying?" And I was like, oh, spot on.
Yeah. That part also made me laugh when we watched that. I don't know, last year, whenever it came out. I think it was like
good. Beginning of 2025, I think. But I just was watching it last week. So, but
yeah,
they said that, and I was like, oh, I've never heard a more accurate, like apt description. Face looked like a giant eagle.
Mm-hmm. That's good. The other thing would have been a police chase, because if Howard knows this, going back the decades, I always love a good police pursuit.
Well, I already texted you about earlier.
Yes, you did. That was just embarrassing.
Yeah, Christmas Day, the Washington State Patrol was called to a report of a person running back and forth across the interstate. And so when one of the officers responded, as he was getting out of his car, the guy ran over and pulled him out of the car, threw him on the ground, got in the car, and drove away. And the chase ensued. Yeah. I don't know the whole where all they ended up going, but 3 other police agencies got involved. It ended about 9 miles north of where it started, but in the southbound lane. So at some point, things got turned around. Thankfully, everybody was safe. Nobody was hurt, but what a way to spend Christmas Day. So, and now it's everywhere because some of the video ended up on TMZ, and it's Because I texted you about it, and then you were like an hour later, you're like, "Oh, it's on my Instagram feed." Like,
And I had no idea what you're talking about. I thought that like the link didn't send or
oh, it
something.
didn't. No, I
hadn't
included
seen
the
it.
link, but I don't know why it didn't work.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't there. Just
In a different interesting story, Kidder, I'm sure you saw this one, and if you didn't, hey, I get to break news to Kidder, but this is from the Valley News Live. Devin Fry reporting. A Grand Forks man files a trademark for the Fighting Sioux nickname. Basically, according to public documents from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, Tyler Wilson filed the application for the Fighting Sioux nickname back in May. Wilson's application covers apparel, including jerseys, shirts, jackets, sweaters, and hats. The university says it'll strongly dispute the trademark claim and is working to resolve the issue with Wilson. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to really report with this. There's not much.
I did see that one, and I hope he gets it, because then he gets it and then starts selling the merchandise again.
Well, I mean, and I did see the story, and he said that ultimately his goal is not to personally profit, that he would want to use the proceeds from selling things to go back to support athletes at the university. So it's not like he's like completely like, ooh, I'm gonna like try and make all this money off of anything, but it's also a bit weird. So
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a hard time.
He won't win against the university, I don't think. But
Yeah, well, and the thing about it is he went for the nickname, but that doesn't entitle him to the logo. So
right. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be a logo. It's for well, he did actually apply for the logo. Looking at the article here.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Fighting Sioux and the logo is what he applied.
Yeah, so his basis for it was being it's been out of circulation now for 10 years. They haven't used the name. The trademark expired, and now that means it's been left open for a new stakeholder to take over the trademark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I thought, and this could be me misremembering, but I thought that was part of why the UND was putting out like the legacy stuff that had the names and the logo on it, which the trademark would never go out of circulation.
Yeah. They're required to sell a certain number of items or whatever every year in order to keep the trademark. But it's just hard to say whether they do or not. So
because he initially applied for Fighting Sioux and the logo, and then several months later, he also applied for just the word Sioux, which I think that one will be even harder because that's not just the university that could push back on that one for you to trademark, because like all of the various Sioux tribes could also push back on that one if they wanted to. So,
yep, that could happen. So. And
I haven't seen a lot of the legacy merch lately, so it is a high possibility that they didn't do their 2 or 3 year run and then it did lapse.
Yeah, I mean it's always possible. You never know.
My understanding though too is that the legacy stuff you can only buy online. At least back in March when I was, or back in August when I was in Grand Forks. And we went to the Sioux shop. There was like a thing on the counter that said, like, if you want to buy the legacy stuff, you have to go to this website to buy it. Like, they don't sell it in the actual store.
Yeah. So, I don't know that they were selling a lot of it because the price tag on it.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. They had some examples on there, and I was like, yeah, no, like because the regular stuff is expensive enough, and then you tack on the additional piece. Yeah. But again, I think it might also be because I don't know that they actually want to sell a ton of it, but they need to show that they're still actively using it in some way.
Yeah. So, and with, hey, that interests me to news. Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while. It's time we wrap this episode up. And to do that, we need some cheap plugs, some final thoughts, and other shenanigans.
Oh, don't invite him to engage in shenanigans. We could be here all night.
Evil shenanigans. I am waiting for the Sioux Shop website to load over here to see what's going on. We'll find out.
You're supposed to hawk our merch, not Fighting Sioux merch.
Well, hey, I didn't go buy your own stuff at SiouxShop.com.
We did that.
Loading that slow, you may just have to wait till next week because by then it might be loaded.
I mean, I can pull up the bikini again if you want.
No.
I will say the Sioux Shop just loaded for me in like half a second. So I don't know what's going on in your man cave there, Kidder, but
I have too much technology sucking the internet dry. Star Wars night's coming up, Howard. You can get a North Dakota hockey with Yoda. So that's very interesting.
I will say though, if you are in the market, there's only a few things that are on the Legacy page, but many of them are on sale. So
nice.
They may not be by the time this episode airs, but they are.
10 products.
10 products, I know. And like 4 of them are on sale though. So I mean that's
trying to get them on sale so they can show they sold enough for the year.
You gotta sell a bunch of keep the trademark, yeah.
I mean, the laser cut logo.
They have till the end of the year.
The laser cut logo, much like I have back there, would be okay to buy because how they position the Dakota collection on the bottom. If you know somebody with an angle grinder, you can just cut that crap right off of the bottom, and then it looks normal like it's supposed to. Or the steel 12-inch logo with the Dakota underneath it. I mean, that one's easily modifiable as well.
I know a guy.
The tumblers, the socks, the headband. Well, the photo frame. That one. Yep, right up there. That one. Yeah, it's over there. It's beyond the butter. Okay.
Can't see it.
You're talking about oranges and lemons.
I can see 4 Fighting Sioux things in your background, but the photo frame's not one of them.
Well, that's okay. Where you can find a bunch of cool stuff to buy is at beerbluesbs.com and streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs, and the new edition of the swimsuit.
I was gonna say, can I interject with a question? Have any of those sold yet?
Unfortunately, no.
They will.
Fortunately, no.
No takers.
They will because I'm going to buy one. Whether I wear it or the wife wears it, but somebody's gonna.
Somebody's gonna wear. Oh no! It's probably going to be in the summer and on this show.
Next week we may need to have like a bouncer at the tavern door just in case.
We can't afford that.
And then I just realized that JS is the bouncer, so
That's when he'll be wearing it. So nobody comes in.
Yes.
Getting weird awfully quickly.
Let's get back on track.
I don't know if we really can. I was trying to find if we've had any orders or anything like that, and the number is still sitting at 0. So help us help you by buying some cool stuff on our store, like a holographic sticker, maybe an Under Armour Triple B sweatshirt or t-shirt, even shorts, a headband, a tie-dye shirt. How about a cuffed beanie? Nice little stocking cap. There's no toque on that one, but if you want a toque, did I have that one? I think that one went out of style. Yeah. I think I had that one and it's no longer available. So no more toque. But
next you'll be trying to convince us to eat poutine, and I'm not putting it in my mouth.
See, I don't want the poutine because I just want the cheese curds. Just keep your damn gravy.
In Russia, poutine eat you.
Soviet Russia. Don't make JS get the glass. Oh, he's getting the glass.
I get one of those too.
I'm hearing borscht and potatoes crying in the distance.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I could make an espresso martini next show with in the glass.
It is too dark, like jokes in communist Russia. So please buy our stuff, help us, because then we can get on to the next thing. Streamlabs.com/beersbluesbs. We even have pint glasses on there, so if you want to make a drink and then say it comes in pints, you can do that with our glasses. Triple B, authentic merch glasses. No palm trees though, or ferns.
It's okay. Howie's got the palm trees for you.
Yeah, a lovely bunch of coconuts.
I think your palm trees are the wrong color, but
I'm working on it. Just started. I figured that with as slow as Kidder's going through these cheap plugs, I could get palm trees done in that time.
it's the nuclear variation of the palm trees.
Do you have the coconuts standing in a row? Just wondering.
No, they're kind of bunched up there, like on the bottom, right about there.
Oh, careful! Don't poke them. They're sensitive. All right. What else we got? Facebook, Instagram, like it, share it. Spotify for the audio version, along with iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, TuneIn, IMDb Player, FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. We're on all the podcast places. So if you have an audio place, please like us and listen to us every once in a while. And watch the video version on YouTube. There you go. We've made it through the cheap plugs. Now, time for the final thoughts. And I heard that Doc was here first. And so it sounds like we need to get a lesson in podcasting knowledge.
Sometimes it's better not to smell your drink before you drink it.
Or be forced to play a game drinky.
That's what I've got. Oh no, we don't play drinky anymore. That ended with Chris Braden. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. We're older and wiser now. Well, at least older.
Yeah, definitely older.
You're wiser.
Maybe not.
I mean, he is the wise man of the show, so.
Your diploma shelf says
the bar
otherwise.
for that is not very high, let me say.
I just kind of laugh every time I hear Doc say, like, yep, I graduated in this and this. And I'm very proud and honored to know him and his contribution to everything that he's involved in, because there's so many different things. But then I'm like, where are you putting all these diplomas? Do you have like a Rolodex and then you just flip through of which doctorate works for this week or per situation?
They're on the wall in my office at work, the three of them.
You have a big office, huh? It's like line
because my two UND ones, I actually got like the joint frame that like has both of them in it. And then I have my Northeastern one. And my ordination certificate is actually upstairs in my home office because I don't take that to work. So,
all right. Okay.
I don't even know where my UND diploma is. I have it.
I mean, the only reason I have it up is because I work at a university. So like academic accolades matter. If I didn't, I probably wouldn't. Like my housemate, his diplomas, he just has here because he's like, I wouldn't take them to work because people think that's pretentious. But since I work at a university, we like to be pretentious. So,
all right.
That happens. It's more of a compliment for you because I figure you have so many that you just like basically wallpaper. Just got to cover all the walls.
His office looks like the background of your
yes.
station downstairs.
Except mine are things I earned, not things I just bought. Oh,
right.
Ouch.
I mean, technically, you do have to pay for your education.
I mean, I paid for that, but I also had to work for that. On top of that. So
the Doc throwing some shade.
Yeah. He would get to the point too where he'd have to put them in the leaflets and then mount them this way. So it is just like the DVD media shelf where he goes up and let's see, we want to go to 2004, that was a good year. Pull that whole binder out. Let's take a look at this stack of papers. Oh, it's good.
You say that, but I did actually have a conversation last week that thankfully got quickly shot down, where I was talking about going back to school for another degree. So
I knew it.
You should.
I sensed it.
No, I won't.
You should.
It was a fleeting thought. I was like, oh, I should do this. And thankfully my housemate was like, no, you shouldn't. And I was like, okay, thank you.
You should do a double at the same time.
This was one that I just wanted. I wouldn't actually like use it for anything. So he's like, is that really worth your time and money? And I was like, no. So
You could do underwater basket weaving and pirateering at the same time.
you say that, but one of the classes that I took as an undergrad was a seminar called Everything Pirates.
There is a university that actually has a full-on pirate degree. You learn how to sail. You learn how to do all this stuff. I forgot which. I've seen the ad for it like half a dozen times, but I can't remember where it is. I think it's over in Massachusetts, but they actually have
That sounds about right.
a pirateering degree.
MIT. It's not like a true program, but if you complete a certain selection of courses, then they will award you a pirate degree. But it's not like a recognized program. It's like you completed this and this and this and this. Hooray! You could also be a pirate.
We'll print you a certificate. On some fancy paper.
They are talking about bringing back the letters of marque. So you could actually be a real pirate. Just saying, it's currently going through Congress as we speak.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
I took a course on nuclear weapons.
I did not.
Yeah, it's a good course. I wish it was
Explosive, some
more
would say.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely better and more powerful than dynamite. JS, do you have any closing thoughts for tonight?
Nowhere near as profound as what the doc had, but if you're going to buy really expensive knives, buy the cheap version first to see if you like it. So I bought the knockoff version of this. Well, you could read the name, but it's one of their field and hunting knives, and they're normally like $300 to $400. This one was $25. So, but I really do like it. So now I almost want the real thing. If you're going to buy a really expensive thing, buy the cheap version to see if you like the handle, fit, and finish, and then buy the real version to save yourself the heartache from buying the real version and then realizing it sucks. Ta-da.
See, I thought you were going to be talking about kitchen knives, and I was like agreeing with you because every knife in our kitchen is either from Japan or Thailand.
Yeah,
three of them I had to bring back from Thailand when I was there, and I was like hoping they wouldn't open it up and be like, "Why do you have 3 knives in here?" And I was like, "They're for cooking, I promise."
Yeah, I've been wanting one of these for a long time since they came out, but I just couldn't justify dropping $400 on this thing.
Yeah.
But
Do you like it though?
I actually really do. So this I just used it here yesterday when I was cooking for just like processing the fish and stuff like that, and it works really good. It's not flexible like a fillet knife or anything. It's stout. I mean, the thing is not quite a 1/4 inch thick, but it's stout. Yes.
Stout?
That's also not a stout though. So
Just wondering.
But you can definitely tell where this one is not the real version. There's some micro gaps in the handle where the stuff didn't fit together right. Like the eyelets in the pommel aren't quite pressed all the way. Some of the examples I've seen, the eyelets have been split a little bit because they just didn't get good enough ones to form up right. The grind isn't perfect at all. Like I can see, like it's about an 1/8 inch difference between here and here from where the grind starts in the back. It's obviously a fake. it gives me a good idea of fit, finish, and feel in this thing. And I really like it. So now I'm considering actually buying the real one. So I would be really interested to see what actual steel this is made of. It says it's S45VN. I highly doubt it's S45VN just based on the god awful grind marks that are in it. I'm going to say it's
Like
probably,
I don't know.
I'm going to say it's probably car bumper and recycled aluminum, but you know. But no, so far I actually do like it. So this is going to kind of live in a kitchen, and if I find one of the knives to take out of the block, this one will be replacing it. So ta-da.
Wonderful. Howard.
Yeah, two things. One, hey, I got the palm tree leaves.
Oh, much better.
Nice.
Much better.
Nice.
Now working on the ferns on the bottom. Two, the correct answer to how Doc stores his degrees is actually he's got them all shrunk down in a wallet so he can use them like the doctor uses psychic paper. But whenever he gets into that situation where he needs that right degree, he just opens it up and he goes, yes, I am a doctor of this, or yes, I have that qualification. That was the obvious joke that everybody missed. You're welcome. And third, on the off chance, I wish Local Geek was here.
Wait, I thought you said you only had two.
Did I say two? I've been drinking. It's hard to say. On the third thing, I wish Local Geek was here because I was going to tell him that I ran into a mutual acquaintance of ours, Jonah, today as I was leaving work. Good guy. He's the guy who made this wooden Suro board that's kind of right up at the end of my brush.
We can't
Good
see
guy.
it.
It's right up there. That big kind of cute thing right there. Great guy. I haven't seen him in years. We chatted briefly. He has watched episodes of this show. He says it's great. He likes that it's a nice, calm thing. So, Jonah, if you happen to choose this particular episode and make it this far, hey, come on the show sometime. I think you'd have a blast with us. So, an opening invitation. And there's my three things, and I'm going to stop before I come up with a fourth one.
You said that he likes that it's calm. He's not the same person that said he falls asleep to the show, right?
Right. No,
that was somebody I know.
Yeah. No, he likes the vibes that it's just kind of guys talking and we just flow from topic to topic and all that. He appreciates it. He doesn't listen to all.
You know how he can show his appreciation? Head into the Triple B official store at streamlab.com/beerbluesbs
And buy the bikini.
Listen, he is a as I'd put it, a starving artist. He owns his own business. If you're ever in the market for some really kind of cool geeky /cosplay stuff, check out the Prop Wizard. He does some amazing work. It is still on my list. I need to talk to him again the next time he's open for commissions. I want him to make me one of the like old English pub signs for the tavern down here. That has been on my list. So
Yeah.
he does some amazing work and just the coolest laid back guy. So it was good to run into him and such. So yeah, it'd be good. Anyway, that's enough for me. Kidder, we should wrap this up because I have a feeling next week's show is, going to come sooner than we think.
It's true. It's damn true. All right. Teaser for next week. I have some breaking news. So you are going to want to join us next week for another episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Thanks for being here for this one. We'll see you next time as we are taking the tavern to its limits at the Triple B. For JS Gunslinger, for Doc, for Howie Blues, I'm still Mark Kidder. Thank you for being here for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will see you on down that non-AI driven Tuscon highway. Have a good one. See you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
I'm sure Kidder is finishing up radio stuff.
Yeah. I was texting with him earlier because when I was at lunch, I saw a story, which after I sent it to him, he sent it to me. It showed up on his Instagram feed, but there was a Washington State Patrol yesterday responded to a call of someone walking on the interstate. And when they pulled up and the officer was getting out of his car, the guy ran over, pulled him out of the car, threw him on the ground, got in the car, and drove off.
I saw some of that there was a police chase after somebody had stolen a cop car, but I hadn't seen or read like what had occurred to get us to that point.
It must have gotten, I didn't see the whole story. I just saw because I saw an article about like some of the people had taken video like right before it happened. So it ended up on TMZ and everything. But what was interesting is where they said he took the vehicle and then where it ended. So it ended about 10 miles north of where he took the vehicle, but in the southbound lane. So somehow he got north, but then ended in. So I was like, so it must have been like I don't know if he like crossed the median or went up and around. I don't know, but it was like he ended at 10 miles north in the southbound lane.
Hey, he probably just missed his exit, and so he either jumped the median or he went up the exit across and down. You see that every now and then in those police chases where it's like, oh shoot, I was supposed to take a left back there. Let me circle around, and you're like,
Dog sitting a dog, and he left me a present.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
It's when JS comes back, I got a story about dogs sitting in presents. Big D's not here to tell the story, but
I can hear you.
Oh, well, you'll appreciate this. So Big D at one point was coming through and brought his dogs. It was one of the times he was switching bases and driving across state. And we went out to like eat, and he left his dog in our house. And we came back to a lovely surprise on our carpet. And
oh yeah.
So he felt bad about it. He's like, oh man, and like it's terrible. I'm like, no, there's worse. I said, my brother-in-law had a girlfriend who had a puppy, and they left the puppy in our garage, and we came back to like 7 or 8 piles of poop all around my garage, pee everywhere. And you think they cleaned it up?
Oh, he's the brother-in-law. Of course he didn't.
Yeah. You first, Kidder, you make us wait like 40 minutes for you to arrive. And then you're wearing a shirt that means that future Howard's going to have to censor it.
Nah,
I haven't said anything yet, so
we lost our family-friendly rating a long time ago.
Just not going to call attention to it, and we'll be fine. Only the sharp-eyed Triple B viewer will notice. Okay, there.
I'm just waiting for him to make just a still graphic because, AI can help us with that easily, where it's just a PNG overlay with like arrows pointing directly to it and then just scribble.
All right. Well, we might as well get started because it's late and I've already glued fingers together and I haven't even started drinking.
You already glued your fingers together, Howie?
Yes. Yes, I was fixing this stocking holder that somehow got broken and left down on my desk to fix. I put a little too much glue on, so when I pushed the two pieces together, it came out and got my fingers. Yeah.
Well,
I'm a hobby professional.
it's okay. I'm gonna move a couple things here so I can get a decent shot of bar in the background while I make drinks.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get us kicked off. I saw Kidder run away. He's got as long as it takes me to get through the opening line to get back. Will he make it? This is now a game. Here we go. Will Kidder make it?
There we go. This works.
JS is
Sorry.
stop buying Kidder time. It's taking away the drama of this.
Two.
Take two.